with the champions, going hard, going long, until the lights come on.
Gran Turismo, hop in the car, let's go. Burning rubber, smoke the tires in the track mode.
Welcome to the race. Get ready, start your engines, get up out the way. We about to set the pace. Qualifying, let's get it on. Riding with the champions, going hard, going long, until the lights come on. Until the lights come on. Yeah, yeah. Until the lights come on. Papa's in the house, he's got the wheel in hand, building up the team, he's the man with the plan. Shaggy's got the lead, making tracks ignite. We're racing through the night, chasing dreams in flight. PHG, we ride with the fire in our veins, speeding through the curves, breaking all the chains. TK's and Sal, they're the ones behind the sound. We're burning up the circuit, leave the world spellbound. The engines roar like thunder, tires kiss the ground. Every corner is sharper, every lap's profound. Papa leads the way, the heartbeat of the crew. Shaggy sets the pace, always something new. PHG, we ride with the fire in our veins, speeding through the curves, breaking all the chains. TK's and Sal, they're the ones behind the sound. We're burning up the circuit, leave the world spellbound. Through the pits and turns, we're a family in motion, fueled by the passion, driven by devotion. Shaggy writes the rules, Papa keeps us strong. With TK's and Sal, we can't go wrong. PHG, we ride with the fire in our veins, speeding through the curves, breaking all the chains. TK's and Sal, they're the ones behind the sound. We're burning up the circuit, leave the world spellbound. World Series qualifying, going for the gold. Win the ring and all the clout, come on, let's roll. The whole world
Qualifying, let's get it on. Riding with the champions, going hard, going long, until the lights come on. Gran Turismo, hop in the car, let's go. Burning rubber, smoke the tires in the track mode. Welcome to the race. Get ready, start your engines, get up out the way. We about to set the pace. Qualifying, let's get it on. Riding with the champions, going hard, going long, until the lights come on. Until the lights come on. Yeah, yeah. Until the lights come on.
Papa's in the house, he's got the wheel in hand, building up a team, he's the man with the plan. Shaggy's got the league, making tracks ignite. We're racing through the night, chasing dreams in flight. PHG, we ride with the fire in our veins, speeding through the curves, breaking all the chains. TK's and Sal, they're the ones behind the sound. We're burning up the circuit, leave the world spellbound. Engines roar like thunder, tires kiss the ground. Every corner is sharper, every lap's profound. Papa leads the way, the heartbeat of the crew. Shaggy sets the pace, always something new. PHG, we ride with the fire in our veins, speeding through the curves, breaking all the chains. TK's and Sal, they're the ones behind the sound. We're burning up the circuit, leave the world spellbound. Through the pits and turns, we're a family in motion, fueled by the passion, driven by devotion. Shaggy writes the rules, Papa keeps us strong. With TK's and Sal, we can't go wrong. PHG, we ride with the fire in our veins, speeding through the curves, breaking all the chains. TK's and Sal, they're the ones behind the sound. We're burning up the circuit, leave the world spellbound.
Are you guys there? Yes. But I don't hear you guys. So those on the stream, all I know right now is Jorge's making fun of my intro song. Appreciate that.
World Series qualifying, going for the gold. Win the ring and all the clout, come on, let's roll. The whole world watching.
Okay, the gang's all here. Guys, I got you live finally on the stream. I had to just had to bring in that new audio capture for Discord. But anyway, we are live on the stream. Everybody, welcome back for the long break. Shaggy, guys, how are you feeling?
Feel good after 4 days off of work.
Yeah, I was saying something the other day. It took me a few days to recover. We might have had a little too much fun over the weekend.
Yeah, I hate that I didn't make that. I was a little preoccupied with company, but glad to be back, of course.
I see Jorge's already chiming in. He's loving the new song. More like making fun of my song. Thanks, Jorge. Appreciate that. That's right, Sal. And Sal, what you said about the Discord, it didn't come through, so I had to ditch it and bring that audio capture in again, and now it seems to be working. I hope so, anyway. Looks like it is. Okay, it looks like we got about 3 minutes before Shaggy kicks it off. Oh, Shaggy said he's ready. All right, Shazam's up first here.
Yeah, if anybody's in here and ready, they're gonna go.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Yeah, Shaggy doesn't waste time.
No, he's not. Now Velvet Thunder, that's Tizenbox, and I don't know if he's going to join us or if he's actually going to qualify. Apparently not qualifying this round.
Yeah, he's not qualifying just yet.
Okay. So Shaggy, what kind of times are we expecting? What are we thinking? And watching a few practices, what do we think it's going to take to get to the top split this week?
It depends on your, I guess, well, not necessarily your teammates, but who you work with in qualifying. The objective is to, of course, get the fastest lap, but doing it solo, you're going to have a little trouble compared to what you can achieve when you have a little bit of a tow, the slipstream from a friend or a teammate or whoever to pull you around, because Monza is the what's the nickname for it?
I don't
Something
know.
of speed. I forget, but it's it's all speed. There's like a few turns here and there. You're barely burning the tires off doing anything. It's just straightforward. So it's every little corner is a second. wasted or gained. If you get it right, then you gain that much more. So you're gonna have to find somebody to pull you along. Hopefully that they don't mind that.
Yeah, hopefully.
Or if you try solo, you're gonna be 2 seconds behind.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's teamed up with somebody at this point and got a plan to give each other a little help. I know I might have done that already myself.
I'm not teamed up with anybody.
Well, what I'm seeing though, I think 158s with a tow, and then around a 2 flat to maybe a 159, mid 159, running solo. So there's a lot to be gained having friends in this, and it's encouraged.
Absolutely. So top split, that's the teammates. That's going to be the 158s. It sounds like. So everybody.
Yeah. So expect the usual suspects, really.
So we need to make sure nobody teams up with Jorge or Bobagito, and hopefully they don't team up together.
But yeah, leave them out to dry. They'll make their own way. They'll be fine.
That's right.
I always reference Toy Story. You need to find you a moving buddy. Get on that. If you don't have a moving buddy, get one.
All right. I got hollered at because I forgot to hit spectate because we got to yapping. So here we are with Jazam. We're gonna see what he does here. He is on his flyer.
I'm definitely curious how the Citron's gonna perform. Don't really know much about it, especially the Group 4 one. It's not a normal car you see in dailies or used by anybody really. It's more of a niche kind of car. Be like, hey, you try that. We'll see what it can do. Usually it doesn't do anything, but Juzam in a couple of the races has shown that he has found speed. It can be of use.
For some reason, the Citroen was hot with the dailies last week. There was a lot of the fast guys running the Citroen. I'm trying to remember the track. I'm totally forgetting the track now, but for the Group 3s last week.
I didn't even partake. Well, the Group 3s, yeah. The Group 4s, it's you never hear it. It's like an urban legend at that point.
Sure. He's got a heck of a livery going on. A little bit of everything here.
The biggest thing about this and the way the tires are here, you can continually do laps. The tire wear is not going to affect you as much as you would in any other track with multiple turns. So you can just continue to do laps and burn that fuel as much as you can.
Yeah, so you're saying, yeah, like even qualifying, you can just put softs on and roll through your whole qualifying time and you're still not used up. I noticed that in practice last night. You're not using 25% of your tires through the whole 10-minute qualifying session.
But I mean, you should be able to get at least 4 good laps out of it. Hot laps, that is.
Right.
He's already up, I don't know, about a 10th in the first sector.
The interior of that car is crazy, no doubt about it.
Fortunately for myself, I guess being the host, it won't let me see the cockpit view. I never can see what's going on inside. But he appears to be on a good line. Just gonna nail this final turn.
Might have been a touch late on the throttle there. Okay. Shaggy, are you qualifying tonight, or are you going to wait till tomorrow?
I'm actually skipping this round. It's not really for me. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Monza. I hate anything with sausage curbs, so that includes Laguna Seca. Not my favorite.
That's the one I was going to say when you said sausage curbs, no doubt.
Yeah. But I've got some other things to be focused on, like
Well, he
putting together.
conveniently didn't make the All-Star race.
Do what?
That's why he conveniently didn't make the All-Star race.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, I was there.
Oh, I
I
know.
was at C-Dubs. Didn't make the All-Star race, or didn't want to be there.
Oh, I did partake, didn't I? I think I did.
Oh, not in the final race at Laguna.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough for all that.
I think we have Jorge to thank for that one. He I put a vote to different tracks and everything, and I think he was going to give everybody a $20 gift card to Subway. I think I even voted for Laguna. I those sandwiches, love them. I don't think anybody's getting that gift card. Just so we know.
I was going to say,
the race is over now.
Did check in the mailbox and nothing's showing up. I got it.
There's nothing in the mail. There wasn't even a mailbox. Hell. Oh, just a bit outside.
Yeah, hang on. Okay. 55 thousandths improvement.
It's a very tough track if you mess up one little corner. Like, even, I guess it becomes a habit if you don't do a corner correctly, and then it just continuously, and you'll be consistent at exactly what you're doing over and over and over again with the same mistake here, there, the same, I guess, response time to getting on the accelerator, especially after the last turn.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of this is just throwing the car into the corner and hoping it sticks.
I'm totally guilty of what you just said, of doing the same thing over and over without trying anything. And then, like with the dailies, I'll be a day or two into it until I say, oh, dummy, go watch a replay of one of the fast guys and see what they're doing, and then realize I was completely approaching 3 turns completely wrong. So we don't have that luxury here on the qualification.
Oh, no. I did, practice myself. I don't think I was going to do very well anyways, but that's just a Ferrari. Not the Ferrari solo anyways wasn't going to do very well. With the help of a tow, of course, but it's just not for me. Every time I think I'm going good, I hit one of those sausage curbs. And it just throws your car into the oblivion. And I'm like, I don't want to do a whole race like that.
Yeah, so Shaggy, conveniently, Jorge's in the chat saying that doesn't sound right. He must have forgotten about the Subway cards. Well, we reminded you, Jorge, so go ahead and head down there and get them gift cards rolling.
Yeah, I'll DM you the address for everybody. So yeah.
Perfect.
Ran them out. I think we're up to like 100 members of PHG, so or something like that.
Okay.
You have to send me one. I didn't vote.
You actually nailed that last lap.
Yeah,
A good 4 tenths. Yeah.
Shazam coming out setting a pretty high bar there. Right out of the gate, hitting the 2.
Looked like you ran till about 65, 66% fuel was left. Car was super light, so it probably made it slide a little more, but it also made it easier to get on the gas.
What's up, Papa? Papa just joined our chat in YouTube here. Papa, what night are you qualifying?
Yeah, I figured he'd be here, qualifying eventually. Some of y'all love Monza. I'll never get it though, but some of y'all really love it.
Yeah,
I tolerate it sometimes, but I can't show too much friendliness towards it.
feel that way about Monza. I feel that way about Red Bull Ring. Pretty much about
Yeah,
Laguna
it does.
Seca.
If it's orange, I don't want anything to do with it.
I do like Spa. I do like Bathurst. There's a few of them I really like.
The upcoming rounds are Bathurst and then Brands, and to finish off the regular season with Suzuka in the wet.
Great.
Yeah, I probably won't be back until Suzuka.
Yeah, I had it in my mind that you could miss 2 races, and Jorge and I were chatting earlier, and he pointed out that we could actually miss 4. So now I don't feel as bad. I thought, man, I've already missed 2. I'm gonna have to stay on it, but I can miss another 1 or 2 here, so that's good.
Yeah, because most of us have a life. I say most of us, so we can't be at every race. And there's gonna be races you don't really care for. You're not really feeling. Even Jorge has, I'm sure, tracks that he'd be like, no, I'm good. And like even he would probably struggle at him to where he only beats us by like 20 seconds instead of 40.
Right.
But
That's a win for us. That's right.
if we can see his car, then yeah.
Yeah, just to be a show off on our Sunday Fun Day, he jumped onto wets for the last lap. He did not win, but it was of his own choosing. But it was really close.
Right. I went back and I watched a little bit of that, and I was like, why did Jorge lose? Because he was in the lead, and then I saw what he did. But that was a good win by us to see for that. So not too bad.
All right, Papa said he'd be here in an hour or so. Jazam, good job, great job. He's joined us in chat. Putting down a flat 2 there. Pressure's on. Of course, my phone's been quiet all day. I sit down here to do this, and it just won't stop ringing. I did remember
That
to put
is
it
how
on
it
silent.
works.
Yeah.
So no time for fun.
That's right. Big Joe, what night are you calling this time?
We're gonna go tonight, actually.
Oh, good deal.
Are you off practicing in another lobby?
Oh no, I'm not practicing at all.
Or you're not? Just head first then, huh?
Yep. Going in cold.
Gotta figure out which alpha you want to use though.
Oh, I'm gonna run the 4C. I'm just
4C?
finishing up delivery for it now.
Okay, that's probably the safe bet.
What's up, MF Wesley? Just seen him pop into chat. And guys, if I don't answer you right away, I'll tell you, it's my first broadcast ever. I'm trying to, there's not that much going on, but for me, it's a million things. So just bear with me. I've got my phone getting texts. I just figured out how to see my chat in OBS. Sal, you'd be so proud of me. So I do see that. So good evening, everybody. Hit that like.
There's no pressure there.
That's right. Yeah, no pressure at all.
No, I've been watching, other broadcasts of league stuff, and people get so serious. Like, just have a little fun with it, You don't have to be worried so much. Like, it just, let it flow, let it happen, and it'll work out.
Yeah, especially qualifying, right? We can just chat, joke,
Yeah.
make fun of Jorge.
Oh, yeah.
That's the main theme. So, yeah.
But I'm always getting ahead of myself, so I'm already working on season 3. You know, the particulates of it, and it's gonna be really fun, I think. CBR's in the house.
Yeah,
Well,
they are.
Papa Oso.
Papa so got another victim.
Popped into a lobby. He was practicing with a couple other CBR drivers, and he got some speed. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, Wade popped into a practice lobby last night. And I thought I was doing good, and he showed in there and then just took over my top spot real quick and then left. I was like, thanks, bud. Thanks for stopping in.
This track is going to be all consistency. Because just because you have a good qualifying lap and everything, once you get into the race, you have to maintain that position because the slip is going to be incredibly strong, no matter how you set it up. Because it's all straights, and one little mistake, and then you're first of 10th.
All right, let's go see what he's got going on here. Now he's got the shark livery.
Yeah, I was going to ask him if he's ready. I know he's not ready because there's no way he's doing it by himself, right?
I wouldn't think.
I don't think he is.
I probably will be.
They were in there and they were, running their practice together, CBR and everybody, and I don't expect him to be in here solo. So I expect a few more people to show up before he's ready to go.
Now, am I wrong, or is this the first CBR livery without food? Unless we're talking about eating sharks, am I missing something?
Huh. Let's see. Well, I mean, maybe it's more of an implying that everybody around him is the food and he is the shark.
That could be. I like it. They got the teeth on the front here.
Yeah, so it's not food, it's I'm hungry for food kind of thing.
There you go.
That's me every single minute of every hour of every day. Never stops.
And Root is in the chat.
Root needs to be in here.
No.
Participate.
Hey, Root and I have a plan. That's tomorrow, and then we're gonna let you guys get all excited about your 159 flats and 158 eights, and then we're gonna bust in with a 156 or something. You just never know. Actually, I pretty much guarantee we're not gonna have a 156, but I do think we'll do well.
Yeah, I feel like if anybody wanted a 156, somebody's gonna have to sacrifice a lot of speed to make that work. Basically, just to be just to hang out to dry and be, used for only the slip and kind of sacrifice their own qualifying for a bit.
Can't tell you our exact strategy, but you're onto something.
Or you just tie a rope and pull the other person around. That works too.
There you go.
Well, chain. Either way. Watched Cars the other night. You just need a tomater. And you'll be good to go.
Pyro, we've only had Jazam so far, and he was right at, I think, 2 points. What was he? 2 minutes and 0.635. I believe that's what it was. Somewhere in there.
Alright, here's the other CBR guys. I was waiting on them. Now I'll ask if they're ready. Yeah, these right here are probably going to be the benchmark for the times that you're probably going to see throughout the next 2 days of qualifying.
Yeah, I would agree. These guys are good at teaming up for qualifications.
Then when I get in, I'll show you what the slowest time looks like.
You'll set the curve. Got it.
The back markers record.
All right. Getting a bunch in here now. Everybody's in.
Yeah, there's about to be a line of cars. And most of them are different, there's a couple of G70s and a couple of Huracans, but it's going to make it interesting on the speeds and how they determine where they want to be.
There's Slowpoke Rods and his Nesquik Porsche.
Back to the food.
That's right.
Well, it's like Nesquik for the shark, I guess. You know, gotta have his chocolate milk.
Yep. JK85's in the Shark.
Does that make them the pusher or the puller? I guess it'd be chasing.
RSR Dub, a Dub brother, is in the chat with us. Welcome. Hit those subscribe buttons, those likes. I'm trying to break 25 subscribers tonight. It's my new goal.
You'll break that because I got 30 on my first broadcast.
Oh, good deal.
Just need one more person to say they're ready, because I'm just making sure everybody's good before we go.
I'm ready. Oh, you meant there. Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah. The qualifier, sir.
Tesla set all aboard the Slipstream train. Exactly. There's going to be a line of them here.
All aboard. Let's go.
Be curious to see who is tasked with the lead position out of the pits here. Appears to be Wade.
I'm also curious to how this is going to play out. Where will there be the swapping positions to give a car that ran up front a couple of laps, swap to the back to get a tow? To switch up to where everyone has because it would probably work for at least 3 or 4 of them, but you only get about 4 laps, depending on if they fit together and sacrifice a little bit. Wondering if Wade kind of leads it out, does a couple of laps, drops to the back, somebody else switches back and forth.
Looks like Paposo just went to the front.
There's a switch.
So we got the Sharks up front.
Okay. Maybe there's a tandem kind of deal where they work in pairs. Because it's still beneficial either way. And it also makes it easier to switch around to where you're not switching as a group, which might get a little chaotic. Having 4 or 5 cars trying to position themselves to get better laps.
Yeah, it does look like JK85 and Paposo are they're paired off, it looks like. I thought for a second the others were dropping back, but now they're all lining up, so.
And Arrow is just there.
Yeah, poor Arrow. Poor Arrow.
Should have slipped on a CBR livery for a second, kind of snuck on in. They never know. like an Oreo livery or something. It'd be perfect.
Tizenbox just let me know I exceeded my goal. I'm up to 28 subscribers.
You go, see?
I know, right?
Just like that.
At 50, I'm going to give away Subway gift cards, just like Jorge. And they are all going to stay in a line here, coming down the front. This surprises me. Let's jump on board with.
I think in the end, even a little mistake will still be not as bad, because you'll have to slip at the next person in front of you, and if there's somebody behind you and you kind of slip up, they can just push you more. So it's kind of like damage control for the whole group. Come on, Arrow, get up to the party.
Uh-oh. At our first pin. Oh, got 2 pins.
I heard you say spin. I was like, where?
Oh, no,
But you
no,
said
no.
pin.
Pin, sorry.
No, it's okay. I guess that's what I heard. But I was like, I don't see nobody spinning. That's
Nope, we got Paposo with the 1 second as well.
no. Good news is, let's see, where'd he go? That 1 second is killer. But the good thing is they both did it at the same time. They can still work together in the coming laps. Might actually be easier that way.
And here's poor Arrow, but he's right there. He's in the mix. Guys in the chat, if there's a different angle, different person, whatever, just let me know. I'll do my best to accommodate. Again, it's my first broadcast, first time controlling what you're seeing and angles and so on. So if there's something I can do better, just pipe right up. You're not going to hurt any feelings. Let's run up and see what these guys are doing. So that's really weird. Oh, okay. I see. Well, it's pushing forward. It was skipping corn identity.
Weird.
Now we do already have a 159 on the board here.
And Wade's about to get a little bit of a boost.
Oh,
He's
wow.
just gonna let him go. Okay, so it really is damage control. It's providing the toe, backing off, going to the back, pushing, getting your own toe. Yeah, it all works out.
Okay.
Like they'll have another, well, including this lap, they'll have this lap and another to make this work.
Oh, that's what it is. So when you're qualing, And if I aero, thinking I'm going to the next car, I'm actually going to the next position of times, and so that's why it's skipping around. I
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that works.
It is.
That's TV for you. Nothing logical ever works.
So Wade, he's currently in no man's land, so it's not his turn. So it must be Slowpoke Rod's turn. And Arrow is smartly staying with those guys, like, hey, I'm gonna get in on some of this.
Works. It's all beneficial for Arrow right now. He's in a very good position.
Let's see if Corn, he's far enough ahead, he's just gonna keep rolling. Okay, so Papa ended up with a 159 on that lap. Wade with 2. Let's see.
Yeah, Wade doesn't have the help right now.
Yep. So that was JK85 CBR. Apparently had the most advantage on that lap. Ended up with a 159.399. Arrow, okay, he was a 2:01, so he's sitting on a 2-minute .451 as his best lap right now.
Apparently he is in, well, position depending on how the cars work in front of him. He was on a purple lap, well, for purple sector. Horn has a 1.5 second penalty. So I think his run is done for the day, but he can still provide slip for Slowpoke.
Yep.
For the time being, anyways.
Arrow's gonna assist from the back. Yeah.
It's all working out. Just stay with Corn and be nice.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that scared me.
I know. Looking through Spectate, it didn't ghost. I was worried too. But I had a heart attack there. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. Stay with him, Arrow. Stay with him. There you go. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh.
So by 1/1000th, he was 1/1000th slower on his last lap than lap 3.
Well, he did snag a 159 right at the wire.
Okay, so yeah, Papa Oso with the 159.365, JK behind him with 399, then 713 for Corn Identity. So yeah, low to mid 159s. I honestly expected, I really expected somebody to hit in the 158s that time, but
I think I had a couple little problems there with the penalties and everything, and the swapping of positions. It was just kind of went south pretty quick.
yeah. And Arrow just said thank you. Yep. Thank you, CBR.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think Arrow's gonna grab his chips and go home on that one.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
We'll take
a good
that
run.
one.
Looks like Velvet might be ready. Puzzle box.
And speed bump.
Oh yeah.
Tussin, I hope you got a teammate. He may have been just hanging around waiting for the right person to come in to work with. Maybe he knows speed bump. I don't know.
I don't know how good the Group 4 Viper is, or well, here. But I'm certain 159s are even done solo. So even if he doesn't have a little bit of a slip, he can still probably manage something.
Sure.
Somebody else didn't. Let's see. Papa.
Oh, Papa's.
Hopefully he's well practiced. He said, "Yep." He saw the teamwork by CBR and Arrow, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta get in there with other people." And it's definitely helpful.
Absolutely.
A Viper, NSX, and a McLaren. It's an odd bunch.
Good looking cars though. These guys they all got really nice liveries.
Oh yeah. Everything within our community is probably done by one guy.
Yeah.
Or the other guy. Or the other guy.
Sal, RJ, and who?
Was it Shamsi or Shams? I don't know. There's a number of them actually. Because a lot of people do their own livery anyways, and then they'll do, you know, by request for other people. And then Papa randomly does his own as well.
Yeah, I've tried that. Man, I'm so impatient. It takes a long time to get good at that.
I put stickers on it. Oh, I like the color. I'm good.
I've made a few custom liveries myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, here lately my livery design's been like, oh look, 2 colors, a couple stickers. Good deal. Let's roll.
See if Papa's ready. He's gonna tell me no, but we're gonna go anyways.
Stay trippy,
So
little
let's
hippie.
go. I guess Pyro is right? Yeah, okay, that works. Well, I guess Thunder's like, nah, there's 2 people here now. You don't have to actively participate around the other drivers. You just kind of have to be close enough that you can, you know, see their car and get a little bit of slip.
That's
Help
right.
you out.
Papa's doing burnouts in the last turn.
I don't know if that's going to be beneficial for his qualifying lap, but, you know, we'll see. Or a little rubber off the car might be a little lighter.
That's right.
Now that would be kind of cool though, if that actually was a thing. If your car did lighten up from the tire wear, you know, burning off.
Pyro looking good in the Jenny. Team Jenny. Did you say Tism, did he leave?
Yeah, he backed out. He said he's going to run it solo. So we're going to go ahead and start with these other 3. Hope they're ready. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Tism. Yeah, I like doing it solo if I can. Like, the help is fine and all, but I feel like trying to manage that sometimes you get a little distracted by what the other cars are doing because you're worried if they're going to mess up or not, and it's just going to botch, you know, whatever lap you have going on for, you know, solo.
Yeah, with NSX. That looks good. It's a good looking livery.
Oh yeah. Actually a big fan of the NSX, or at least the Group 3 one is pretty nice. Group 4 has its days.
Seems like everybody has a different approach to that little chicane right there.
Either head first or I don't want to be anywhere near it.
Yeah. I like to cut them both, but then you run the risk of getting the penalty.
Yeah, it's 50-50 on that. Because you can kind of put, tire just over the orange a little bit and roll the dice.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Looks like Papa and Speed Bump are trying to get together here. I think Pyro decided he's going to roll on his own up here.
Well, he is in the Genesis. It is possible to have a good lap solo with that.
Be a good lead.
Fun
Be a
thing.
good car.
Oh yeah. I don't think they're gonna catch any slip from it, but yeah, a little far ahead there. Better Pyro thought this was a race, and he said bye.
Yeah, I'm gone.
What y'all walk back there waiting for? Let's go.
Get up there, Papa. You got to get to that slip. Oh, wow. Okay. That didn't work out.
All right then.
Pyro, if you're listening, Papa needs some assistance back here.
Yeah, Papa needs a wingman badly.
I didn't pay attention. I wonder if Speed Bump came out on the wrong tires.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let me do a little thing, and I'll find out if he did or not. You do this, I can just save the last bit when I was looking at whatever he was doing and see what tires he was on. He was on the right tires.
Huh.
I think. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. It was on the softs. Weird.
That is odd.
I don't know, maybe something distracted him in real life, and he had to go check on that for a second. Who knows?
Could be. All right,
Well,
let's
thanks.
see Pyro's flyer here. Couple seconds here, we'll know what kind of time he's running out there solo. Right at 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 0.3.
Yeah, there's definitely some more in there, even solo.
Let's see where Papa lands.
I think Papa was a little shook.
Yeah.
When he started the line, he's like, "Where did he go?"
That's when you back out and say, "Oh, Shaggy, I had internet connection issues.
Yeah.
Gonna need a
PS5.
redo."
I don't know if it was a PS4, I'd understand it. As loud as that thing would get, when you would run it a little too hard, it sounded like it was a jet trying to take off. I'm like, I would not be surprised if your PS4 bursted into flames.
Right. I think it was I was trying to think, the PS3 that always had the issues, and I remember I took mine apart a few times and put the control board in the oven, and somehow it reflowed some solder. I can't remember how it was now, it's been years ago, but it seemed to work, and finally it didn't, so into the trash can it went.
The good thing about the PS3s, they were relatively cheap for a long time. You could just go get another one pretty easy without having to worry about it. I felt like it would take a lot of those. It would be more to get it fixed than just go buy another one.
Sure. Man, these guys are nobody's gotten together here, so everybody's gonna be rolling solo. Let's see if Pyro can improve on his on his 2 flat there.
Yeah, I think it's a win if he gets a 159 solo.
Oh,
Hey, you got it.
yeah, he did. Barely in there. Papa has definitely improved.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I thought he had.
I get the idea of, pitting for the tires and all, but it doesn't have as much effect as you want it to.
Yeah, there's not much wear, and then you're just losing 2 laps worth of time.
Right. Unless you're just throwing everything into all your eggs into one basket. Because they'll have enough to do one more lap.
Sal just said in the chat he's still got a PS3 working. Kids watch Netflix on it.
Yeah. They're pretty durable when you don't get a red ring of death, blue screen of death, something doesn't just burst into flames. Yeah, they're pretty good.
I had the original. It was the only one I had, the big old chunky one. I think they did a smaller size down the road with the PS3, but mine was the big old, laid it flat, had the chrome trim on it.
Yeah, I still have my
Only backwards compatible Station 3?
I don't remember. I just know it weighed about 30 pounds, I felt like.
Yeah, that was the only one that was backwards compatible.
Yeah.
And I think there were 4 PlayStation 3s, weren't there?
At least 3 that I can remember.
There was the original, the first slim one that came out with a 250 gigabyte hard drive. Then they came out with another one, another slim, and then they had like the super slim that had the 500 gigabyte hard drive.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember all the external hard drives you had to get for these things.
Yeah, the super slim had the one with the sliding door instead of a pop-up door.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, you're probably right. Like, I think I only had 2. I might have had 3 of those. At least one of them.
So Pyro apparently had a mistake somewhere in there. He ended up losing 3 seconds on his last lap. Let's see where Speed Bump comes in.
We might get a little bit of a slip here. Unless they're just kind of backing off to get a good lap. I was like, please just stay right there.
Yeah, let me get you 205. Nope. And that was Papa's out lap, so. And maybe that's why Papa dropped in, just to try to pop out behind Speed Bump.
Right. Could be it. 1000 IQ move. Now, something I remember for that grid game on, I think it was the PS3, it might have been the PS4. I think it was the PS4 grid. They had like some kind of edition that you could buy, and it came with a freaking car, like an actual car. Like the low price of like 60 grand, and you got a sports car with it. At that point, you're just buying a car and not the game. I'm
Right,
like, what? But it was like decked out with like a grid livery and everything.
Was that like
So
the Pepsi Hawks too? Saving up
Do what?
Pepsi points, you could get the Harrier jet?
Oh yeah, it was something like that. But like you're outright just buying a car. Because it was like the ultimate edition for like anything, and I'm like, sometimes they just go crazy with this. It was a one-of-one kind of edition.
All right, so with Slipstream, Papa is up 2 seconds on his best lap right now.
What's up, Loki?
So turns out his pit stop was absolutely genius.
Oh yeah, Speedbump needs to take a wide. Okay, he's gonna. Okay then. a little drag race. But if he plays it just right, no, he's a little too far off. Papa just used him and then left him out to dry. Nope, I got what I came for.
Yeah.
Oh. I think speed bump improved. Let's see. Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, just a touch there. Pyro's in the 159 club. Papa just outside with a 201.
I'll be in the 210 club.
Whatever it takes, Big Joe, as long as you're there.
Hey, I've said a 5-minute one here before.
All right. So
Never left second the whole race.
Now Tism's going to jump in.
Yeah, much like the last round, a lot of people are going to be out of place from where they probably normally are
Low key.
in the splits. So you might have a couple of drivers that haven't been quite towards the front in other races. Using the slip just right, getting a toe off of somebody, and boom, they're high second split, maybe even top split.
Oh, Pyro said he's rusty. Pyro, that's pretty legit. That's a pretty legit time, all out there by yourself.
Hello. Yeah.
Mr. Casual, Team CBR did their train, and I think their fastest guy was like 159.3. The fastest solo artist is Pyro with the 159.9, I believe. And hello.
All right. Yeah, if you put a 158 down, pack your bags for first split, top split.
Absolutely.
If you do it solo, holy crap. But I think a mid 159 solo, and yeah, that's definitely a win.
Somebody popping in the lobby here, but just a touch late. All right, so let's go watch Tism box here, aka Velvet Thunder.
Yes, Big Joe, hop it in.
And I'm always late. Except to work.
Saving the best for
What's
last,
that?
Joe.
I'm never
Fashionably.
late at work. I'm never late at work. I'm always early.
Let's say a wizard always arrives at a particular time. So I mean, it's the right time.
So that's the downside of cutting there, just like Velvet did. You hit that second sausage curve wrong, and you go hopping to the outside and lose precious tenths.
Yeah, because that gravel here is pretty unforgiving. It does slow you down a lot. It doesn't exactly let you go once you drop a couple tires into it.
Got the MMR livery, the purple and black, as always.
Yeah, speaking of Moose, hopefully we can get him into a couple of the races before season end. Would be nice.
I shall be right back. I have to take my dog out.
Go take care of the pup. A little hot in the last curve there.
But he's using the entirety of the track for momentum, so shouldn't be too bad.
Getting more speed across the start-finish line to start his flyer. I guess it'd be good if I had details on the screen.
Do wish we had Route 4. These cars feel so slow. I love road cars, but I love road cars as road cars, not Route 4 that feels like road cars.
Yeah,
Like
I
it doesn't,
agree.
like they're not challenging at all. It's just, I don't know. Like you can turn everything off, and it's absolutely fine. You don't need any assist. You don't really need anything. I mean, they're just really good handling road cars at this point.
Yeah, I felt like they fell on their face. I mean, it made it more competitive, but come out to a track like this and it's like, I feel like you're in a Fiat there.
I mean, it doesn't feel as bad when you are at a track with a lot of twisty turns and everything, like Interlagos or places. Well, Branch Hatch coming up, it's not gonna be as bad because you're constantly carrying speed into a corner, lots of twisty turns. But yeah, here it's just straight. You bring the Genesis, it's pretty much a cheat code.
Came into that one nice.
Honestly, I don't know what else. Oh yeah, nice and quick through there. I don't know what else can compete with a Genesis straight up top end. Like, I don't know what else they gave any speed to. Like all the ones that had top end, they hurt.
Yeah, you keep up with that stuff a whole lot better than I do. I get stuck in 2 or 3 manufacturers and just go with it. Like at the dailies, if I see one particular one just dominating everything, then sometimes I'll switch into it. But for the most part, I stick with Ferrari and Genesis, and every once in a while into a Porsche.
Very solid lap on his first outing.
I better say Porsche before I get hollered at, but absolutely, yeah, 159.9.
First. Nah, I think everybody has their own way to pronounce these things. Like, if depending on who you talk to, with like Peugeot or Peugeot, I don't think there's a right or a wrong way. It's just however you look at it.
Yeah, I grew up here in Renault, and everybody says Renault. I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I watched enough F1 though to call it Renault. Also helps that there was a whole dramatic cheating scandal. And that's all you heard from the streamers and everybody for a little while there, with Renault cheating and using the advantage of a faster driver, filling in for a slower driver to inflate the points. Real good stuff there.
Yeah.
Top of the line. And sadly, they didn't even make it. They didn't make the manufacturer final. They lost out to Subaru. Because Subaru got in as the 12th manufacturer. And then, of course, Miyazono goes and wins the first round in the BRZ. Imagine how that works, huh? Almost not even there to winning it. Because Renault had to cheat.
Sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
I think he might actually improve here.
Oh, no. Ooh. I was like, no commentator curse because he was just on the green, but he is carrying a tremendous amount of speed. Oh. I think he just stuck on it a little bit too much, because it does dirty your tires just a little bit to get on that too far.
Yeah, I've not tried that, going to the outside of that last curve like that. I usually try to duck back in and just hammer down, but
I kind of diamond it. I go, a late apex, kind of go to the outside and then kind of cut straight across instead of, running out. I guess it depends on the car, because some of those you can go all the way to the left, and then some of them you kind of want to stay on the apex and not late apex, or not even really go too far out. Just depends on how much speed you want to carry.
I pretty much come in from the outside, go back into the apex, and then there's an orange marker on that guardrail. And when I see that, I know I can go hammer down, full throttle. That's how I treat that one. He's improved here.
And these corners are tricky though, because with the lower speed now, you almost want to, I guess, accelerate as quickly as you can. And like I said, hope, that it sticks. Because it will try to throw it to the outside and throw you to the left. But at the same time, it's so slow. It's so slow feeling you're kind of misled by how much grip and how much, you can hammer down.
Oh, it's down a tenth. Oh, and he went a little deep there. Gonna lose a couple tenths through there. But he's got time to get at least one more lap, doesn't he?
Yeah, I would say you can duck in and get some fresh tires, but he won't have enough time.
Yep, down a half second. Oh, wow. Okay.
The sausage curb. Like it just, I know it's like adding grease to the tires. Touch it a little bit and you're like, why am I sliding so much?
Yeah, I think they're really tall, like you said, just like a Laguna Seca. They're tall.
Yeah. I need to kind of throw it into this, cut that a little bit. Might have gave up a little too much on the slide there.
Oh, he hung on
Here's
to
a
it.
grip.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you got to do for a fast lap here. You pretty much just have to hang it out as far as it'll go.
For a brief amount of time, because I'll probably end up qualifying here pretty soon.
Sounds good, Jeff. Well, he's up. He's up 2,600s here.
That might be a little close there, because the game was weird for that apex. All right, he got it, I think. Yeah, he's good. Also found out if you're not making contact with the track sometimes and you go over, but it's in the air, like you get a little bit of an air off a corner, it'll still count it as the penalty. I don't know why, but even though it's like if you were on the ground, it would be fine, but because you went into the air, it still counts it. That's why we get all these random penalties. Oh,
Okay,
improvement.
Yeah. Nice job.
Good job.
Yeah, I think I'll have to be happy with that running solo.
So, Big Joe, you rolling in next?
Oh no, I'm gonna wait one more round.
Okay. So we're gonna have to wait to see that 157 yet, then, huh?
You're gonna be waiting a long time to see that time from me.
Nice job, Tezem. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a great time to be running solo.
And the
Yeah,
Viper looked pretty stout.
when I saw the CBR team and the times that they were doing, they were like a little bit faster. Like my fastest actually before this was a 59.8, so I'm happy to have gone to 10th faster. But I was really wondering how good the Viper was gonna be here. I didn't think it was gonna be as strong as it turned out to be. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. If that's top split, cool. If it's second split, cool. I don't think I could have gotten more out of the car.
Yeah. Looks like Zilla has joined us. Wonder if we're gonna get any more
Yeah,
RSR guys in here.
I'm not sure we have any more competing unless some show up. I think Zilla might be the other than was it Petey? That's the only two that I say that and I keep remembering there's other ones. RW as well. I don't know if he's competing this week or not.
So I heard what you guys were saying about the way I was taking the final corner, and there's like two ways that I do it. There's the setup lap, where that's when I was going out wide, kind of carry a bit more speed into the start finish line, and then the actual racing line to go faster, I'll take it tighter. But yeah, when you saw me going out wide, that was just me prepping for the next lap. Like whatever happened in the previous lap, I knew I wasn't going to improve, so I just said throw this lap away, set up for
That's what it was.
the next lap.
Yeah, Shaggy
Yeah,
called
just
that.
kind of, yeah.
All right, Zilla's gonna go solo.
I didn't even know there was a group for Lexus.
I don't think anybody knows there is. It's just, oh, how about that? What do you know? No, it's been heavily underused for, well, ever. I don't remember ever having a time when it was anything really. Because I think the Group 3 is getting all the praise now, or more recently.
I will be right back.
Good luck, Zilla, you brave soul.
Yeah.
Running solo and an RCF, and we don't know exactly what it can do, but hopefully it does enough. I did see him practicing earlier, and he was running mid 2-minute times, but maybe he's improved since then. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, he's going to give it his all. Just, didn't like that exit.
It's like me. I'm with Tuzum. I decided not to run this. Got a number of things I wanted to focus on, and plus I get a little more hands-on with the races if I don't have to be in them.
Sure.
So yeah, I was just focusing on that, and I can only do so much. But
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be that good anyways.
Well, not that you're looking to be bragged on, but I always appreciated what you guys did, and now that I've gotten involved a little bit in the broadcast and commentary, I realized how much work happens behind the scenes. I know that gets said every week, but I'm fairly new to this position, if you will, and it's incredible the amount of time and effort everybody puts into this, from Sal building out stuff for the broadcast, T-Case, all of you guys, you building the league out and all the races. There's a whole lot that goes on. I just subbed in, and I've spent hours this week just trying to get ready. Of course, that has to do with me not understanding really everything I'm doing yet, so that prep will get faster, but there's still a lot going on. So by the way, Shaggy, you'll have to you probably didn't hear it, but my new intro song, it's actually about qualifying, and it gives you some love, and then there's another song that gives you a little love. So I'm having a lot of fun with my songs.
Right. Hey, I'm happy for it. I'm just here.
In your song, he's in Papa's animated series.
I know, I saw that. I thought it was like, when did this happen? Apparently I won a race.
I assumed you were involved. I had assumed you were involved in that, but now that's even funnier now that you didn't know.
I had no idea until a couple days ago, and I was watching, I think, the 4th episode of it. I was like, what in the world? It's pretty damn cool, because I think somebody...
The second episode, when that spaceship landed, Shaggy was coming out of it.
Yeah, I was... What?
Oh, that's funny. It is hard to watch sometimes. I know when you guys were in the camper and you're talking, but Papa's mouth's moving and vice versa. That's just the little kinks with AI. Certain things with the AI, it scares the crap out of me how close it is to taking over, and then other things are like, wow, how did it get that wrong?
I think I saw
Stayed the same.
That was basically we're not too far away from Skynet, with Terminator and everything, because they tried to shut down an AI program, and then the AI program rewrote the program to where it couldn't be shut down.
Yeah, Sal and I were talking about that the other day. Sal kept trying to comfort me and saying, hey, they're never going to exceed. They're going to need a human to tell them what to do always. I'm like, I hope that's true, but man, at the pace it's running now, it's crazy.
Let's just hope the human that's operating it doesn't, go all crazy with it.
Exactly. I'm in an industry you wouldn't necessarily think of AI being involved, but in the last 6 months and the things we're learning that's rolling out, it's going to dramatically change the landscape of what our project managers do and how they deal with jobs. It's crazy the things coming down the pipe.
Oh yeah. Seems like every year you have to have a safety meeting, a training course or whatever for something new. I'm like, is this the thing that's going to replace us with, computers and AI and different things, and you're just kind of waiting for your number to be called?
Well, yeah, for example, we so I'm in the construction industry, and we use Matterport systems, 3D. It basically captures 3D photos or builds out a 3D model, which has really drastically changed our on-site inspection times. We can go in and 3D model location, go back and just look at the model and basically put the estimate together. And now the AI is going to take our models and build out the estimates. Yeah, it's definitely going to change the landscape for us.
Oh yeah. Zillow was up, I think, 0.6 on his time. So he's looking at a 20.6. So I think he's gonna be faster than that.
See, Sal's back in chat right now, even comforting me now. He's like, "Hey, it's just a tool, guys. It's effective. It's just a tool."
That's what the AI wants you to think. No. Did he write that program? Yeah, probably. I know it's just science fiction, and we're just kind of thinking a little too much. But if you think about all the things that were once science fiction that became reality, it makes you think.
Is it that, or is Sal the guy behind AI? I mean, see, it's what he wants us to think.
That's what I was thinking right there. I'm like, that's the guy.
Yep, found it.
Zillow's up another 10th on its time. Constantly improving. I just put the races together. These other guys, they're like, I want to do this and I want to do that. I'm like, go ahead, do that. And then they keep expanding on everything that they're coming up with, to fine tune and polish, the production and make it to what it is now. And it's only getting better. Plus, it also seems like it's getting easier for them to do what they want to do with, everyday little things. And that's all I can ask for. I didn't say you had to do this, you had to do that. Trying to not be too serious or anything, but they're like, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm like, it's looking awesome. Why stop?
Well, yeah, and that's the great thing about having a team, right? And we're growing, and you've got different walks of life, people that can have different talents and can do different things, and we're very fortunate to have guys that are, very technologically savvy, if you will. Sal taking me through this, I looked at some of this stuff as just the big monster that I was never going to conquer, and he's like, oh, okay, calm down, here we go. And slowly but surely, but yeah, these guys, it's nice having guys that come from different backgrounds and different fields that they're in, and everybody can pitch in and help make this awesome.
Right. I don't know anything about the technological part of everything. I just know, when putting the races together, I try to go with, of course, make it, everything's voted on, so everybody kind of gets something that they want within, the schedule and all. And then when building the combos for it, I try to make it, I guess, more approachable for everybody, to where it's, they can jump in and have fun, even if it's not a track they like or whatever. because of course they are doing it with friends and teammates and everything, and what's not enjoyable about that. Plus, it's very easy to one up PD on anything they do with their dailies, and it's just uncreative and it's the same old, same old. Like, if they had any kind of a system to where the fans and the player base could actually vote on anything, to where they listen to us, to just even the smallest needs, the game itself would improve instead of it being a guessing game when they put something out and hope that it sticks and that people will eat it up. Of course, there's always those streamers that every single video is like, this is a game changer, and then all it was is a track that they used like last month, but now they're using Group 3 cars with it. I'm like, but I'm like, oh, how do I one up that? It's not very hard.
Okay, I was not paying attention here. Let's see. Oh, I was like, what in the world? So it was weird. The times that showed on the screen was a 159.3. I knew that wasn't right. So anyway, he did improve. He did improve to 2 minutes, 0.598.
Yeah, those times, I don't know. I'm like, holy, that would probably put him like P1 overall, wouldn't it? Pretty close.
Yeah, it like reverted back to the CBR gang's times. That was just really, really odd.
Right.
And Sal, on the back of what we were just talking about, he said he still can't convince Shaggy to use the stinking spreadsheet to log the qualifying times.
No. I feel like I've went into it before, clicked one button, I was like, why is there an extra sheet? And I'm like, nope, I don't want to click any more buttons. Because one day you're going to show up and there's not going to be a spreadsheet. What happened to it? Well, I tried to enter something and it kind of imploded on itself. And now there's no spreadsheet. So that's what I'm afraid of.
So Shaggy,
I'll put it in the list for it.
That's what I was going to ask you. How do you actually how do you track? Do you write it all down on like a just piece of paper and then convert them over, or how do you keep track of all that?
I just take screenshots after every session.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I go back to that. So I have all of that for everything. I don't think anything's been deleted since we started all of this. And it's a surefire way to keep everything on there. So at least I have like a reference. I have to go way back.
And if push came to shove and you missed something, you could always look at the broadcast and pick it up.
Yeah, that too. Well, yeah. Now that we have broadcasts for for qualifying, we didn't always have that, but I'm glad we do because it has helped us before, to where we needed a time and couldn't figure it out, and like either I didn't do a screenshot or something messed up with the game, whatever it was. We had another reference.
Makes sense.
All right.
Big Joe's ready to throw down a hot lap in the Sweet Tarts Mobile.
Sweet Tart.
That's a colorful little ride.
Right? The colors make it look edible.
Yeah, it does. Just reminded me that I did not have dinner.
Oh no. Gotta have that.
Well, the wife went to pick the daughter up from science camp, and what usually happens is she grabs dinner and usually home by 6:15. But they must have done a detour when they left.
Right. I had a little something before starting this, so that way I wouldn't. Oh, by the way, Big Joe, you're on the hards, buddy. I just noticed that. Well, I haven't started. It's okay. Qualifying hasn't started yet.
Yeah, just practice.
Yeah.
He thought if he could be fast on hards, he'd really be fast on softs.
Right? He's like, I'm gonna do a 159 on hards. What are you talking about?
Show y'all what's up. That's right.
Honestly, I do sometimes feel like that helps. Like driving a car on worse tires, it helps you improve your pace on softer tires, at least in my experience.
Well, yeah, I always do that as well. Practice a little bit, like for the race conditions, because a lot of times I'll set it up to where the softs are qualifying, but then you practice with what you're going to use for the race, and by the time you get to the softs, you do feel like you're flying. Obviously, here it's probably not as much of a difference though, because there's only so many braking points. It's going to help a little bit more on the acceleration, out of the turn, but not much else, unless it affects the grip that much more. Like the braking, I guess your grip under braking.
Yeah, you can definitely brake a little bit later with softer tires.
Yeah. Car wants to slide with its hards. But at least he's on the softs now.
Yeah, and the penalty here on an outlap doesn't hurt you at all because you've got the penalty line so far ahead of getting speed out of that last curve to start your lap. So that's one of the great things about this particular track.
Right, it's not one of those tracks where it ruins everything. Like when we were at Yamagiwa and it was coming off like right there before the start finish line. Any of those can just no. I hate that.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of these I feel like a lot of these were in different positions at different times of the GT games. Because I remember some of the lines were different. And then they were like, well, an update, like we moved the line and now it's annoyingly right before the start finish line.
I think
Like
with
Laguna.
GT Sport, they actually had multiple lines on certain tracks. Like I think I remember Circuit de la Sarf having, I think, 3 different penalty zones.
Depending on where you committed the penalty, it would be a different section.
Yeah, so it would have 3 sections laid out, like it'd have 3 penalty lines. So whenever you got your penalty, whatever the next
The next
penalty
one.
serving zone is where you would serve it.
It's always weird how to figure out when it's going to give you. There might be another penalty there, and there's the wall. It's always weird because if you go too far, you're not going to get that first. You're not going to get it before the end of the lap. You'll have to serve it on the next lap, depending on where you got it. Like if you get it that last turn right before this penalty line, then you have to serve it on the next lap. Just ruins everything.
Yep, 2 laps gone. Yep.
Yeah. And that's a common place that exit. Because you want to go and you want to hit the apex, but you also want to keep it from going too wide. And easy to put a tire to the left or to the right.
That's kind of what's nice about the all-wheel drives. You can kind of pull yourself out of that mess if you have to.
Yeah. And Marty, you just kind of stuck. I felt like they had too much grip sometimes.
All right, so Big Joe, if you're listening, none of that counted, man. That was your outlap. Here comes the 158.
He's still not in qualifying yet, though.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, never mind. Just do your thing, brother.
I don't know if he hears us or not, but yeah, you can start anytime you want, buddy.
Shaggy, did you run your lap yet?
I'm not competing this round. Nah. I'd be lucky to get a 159 on my own.
So then technically I can say I beat you this round. That's what I heard.
Sure. No contest.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about Mount Panorama and brands, but I will be at Suzuka.
I like
I guess it just
Mount Panorama. Was that group 3 or 4?
That's group 3.
Okay.
Yeah. PD trying to copy us, but they got the wrong group. They brought group 4 there this week, and it's all Genesis.
It is, and it's terribly difficult to overtake anywhere but that long straight. That's about the only overtake spot.
The good thing is I did put a little bit of strategy into the Mount Panorama race. Like it's going to be a little bit with fuel and a little bit with tires.
Yeah, Yeah, we run Group 2s on Sunday Fun Day, and we did, I think it was ×6 on fuel and tires. So there was multiple stops. And
Oh yeah.
except for, I think somehow, if I'm not mistaken, everybody else got 6 laps of fuel, and Jorge managed to get out front and run like 9 laps or something. I can't remember what it was, but we were like, what is he doing?
In the same car?
Yeah, well, he was, yeah, it was Group 2. I don't remember which one he picked, but yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Unless he was fuel saving or he was just in the OP fuel car. I don't know. Joe is ready, or if he's just getting a little practice in. Oh, good though, because there's somebody in here right now, so he can play around a little bit. Thought he said he was going to go in there cold and no practice.
He's ready, he says.
All right, Joe, give him hell.
158 or bust, Joe.
Yep, 158. You got to retire. 158, 999. Hell, we all be retiring then, because we ain't, none of us getting that, probably. Not solo, anyways.
Definitely not solo.
No.
Solo in the Group 4 4C. I can't imagine that's going to be.
You want the hard tires again, guy? I think it reset his tires.
It's crazy how difficult it is for the game to record your tires and like just save the change.
Joe, hit your turn signal if you heard us tell you need to go get your soft tires. Now he's searching for his turn signal button. He's like, where's that at?
So I'm gonna come back to the pits. Soft tires are available and ice cream for the trip.
Boom.
You might as well come in and just, that way you run out a lap of fuel anyways. So you're not completely, botching it. Okay, there's a turn. Oh, there's a flash.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he knows. He heard.
I had to make sure you heard. Better he's anticipating that he's going to pit and get new tires anyways. Who knows? He said, all part of the plan. Part of a plan doesn't mean it's the best plan. It's a plan.
A plan. It's Joe's plan.
Yeah, I just found this. I'm going to run with it. I just drift into the pits at this point. Burn them tires down. Would it allow you to pit if you were, entered the pits backwards?
That's a good question.
No, you get reset.
It would just reset you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'd love to see somebody pit and they just line you up in reverse. We can still do it. He's in the box.
Actually had one instance where it was at Spa and I spun going into the pit and the car got stuck. It was wedged and I couldn't get out, and then they reset me after the pit lane.
Oh, man.
So I had to wait until I had to do another lap before I could pit again.
Well, thankfully,
Austin Powers wasn't there.
Yeah, thankfully you had the fuel to do another lap.
But the problem in that case is the track was wet and I was still on slicks.
Oh.
So I had to do another wet lap on dry tires. It was an offline race though, so it wasn't a big deal, but still.
To answer your question, Jorge, a 159.365 by Papa Oso is currently pole. Jorge's like, all right, I'll solo a 158.
I don't know. I tried that BMW and I couldn't get it.
I'm thinking this might be the one race where Jorge doesn't have the fastest overall time. Only the second fastest overall time somehow, probably.
Arrows asked how many have run so far. We've probably got 14 or so. 12 or 14.
I was thinking around there like 14, 15.
Jorge, nobody believes you. You're not skipping Monza.
We have, counting Joe, 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you at least got to qualify just to like get a spot in a split.
You know, just take a little break off. Let somebody else, win one. Maybe. Nah, you can use a little rest. You've been, busy, working and pretty much crushing all the dreams and hopes of everybody in the league for a couple months now.
He's probably still recovering from that 24-hour race that we did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely take a break. Yeah, I was thinking like, oh, Jorge's got this, and I remember, oh yeah, he's in the BMW. Ooh. I mean, you found a way to make it work when it probably shouldn't at other places, so
Yes,
maybe.
he did. Yes, he did.
So the top time so far from CBR was a 59.3. I think two of their guys did a 59.3.
Yeah, it was JK and Paboso. Or was it, I think it was JK, right? Yeah. Yep. That was done by the power of friendship.
Exactly.
When I was in the lobby and I saw like one CBR come in, I was like, is it just going to be him? I saw a second one come in. I was like, okay, here they come. Just kept popping in one by one right after another.
Well, I saw them all practicing together. I was like, well, if I saw that guy, then I'm going to see like the four other guys pop in too.
And Arrow said, yes, I think I will.
He just snuck right in and said, don't mind me, guys. I'm just going to relax back here. Hope y'all don't mind.
Right, he grabbed a name tag off the table, wrote CBR on it. It says, I'm they invited me to the party. It was in the paper.
Jumping out, trying to put his Frosted Flakes livery on real quick.
You could have just copied another Nesquik. Would have really confused them.
Right?
You gotta stay really close to, who was that, Slowpoke? I had Nesquik. Stay really close to them, they won't notice. It'll just look like a double dose of Nesquik.
I'm sure nobody would do this, but me being as competitive as I am, I have to think about this. But if somebody's already done a lap, are they able to come in and help someone else do a lap?
No, it'd have to be in the same session. I'm not gonna allow somebody to come in and just to provide like the slip and all that.
Okay.
Because that's kind of like that's still them running another session, So it kind of like I don't know. I don't see that as being fair. I think what you do in your own session is fair enough. And
Oh,
we
I
see this
was-
all the time in F1 where teammates, help each other out and provide the slip and all, and try not to help the other teams out, but sometimes they inadvertently do.
Tactical Team 839 said in chat he's waiting for a few more and he's going to jump in.
Okay.
Joe, you totally killed that 205 you thought you were going to struggle with.
Look at that struggle. I think that 4C struggles to get 140 miles an hour. It is slow. And then PD's like, let's make it slower. Now I'm wondering how good the 155 would be. It does have the acceleration and it's already slow. At least it might be a little beneficial out of these corners.
Yeah, I hope he makes a lot of friends in his race.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I like that turn better than the last couple.
Yeah, I kind of held my breath on that one from being a penalty or not. Turn's always weird. You can put it on the apex and it can just throw your car to the left. Or you can go wide and it'll still go to the left.
It's the downside to the Jenny is the weight transfer. It's really odd. I feel like it is anyway.
Is it top heavy?
Yeah,
Does it feel like it's trying to lean too far to one, like you're putting all the weight on the right or the left side tires?
I just feel like if you don't load it right, you're in trouble. If that makes sense. I probably didn't explain that in racing terms, but yeah.
Because I'm actually wondering if it being a taller, higher car would make that much more difference than say compared to the 4C with a low center of gravity, low horizontal weight, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, so at Mount Panorama, when you're starting out of the mountain, and you go through that really squirrely section there. Look at Joe with a 203. But yeah, if you don't perfectly break in a straight line in a couple places there, you're going for a nice little dance into those concrete barriers.
I feel like four-wheel drive has been like that, or they're currently like that, because I always favor the WRX. And ever since they changed a few things and then now they made it slower, it still wants to lose the back end if you don't shift it just right in the corner.
Yeah.
Like before, it seems like you have to, I guess for a number of cars now, you have to do a little more trail braking to line it up. Like if you don't brake in a straight line, yeah, that's pretty much what it sounds like you're talking about. It'll just shift and want to try to spin on you or not turn.
All right, Mr. KP Wilcox is in the lobby. I can't even remember what manufacturer he was in.
He is in Hondas.
Okay.
Yeah, he was repping the NSX and the Spa race until he got disconnected, unfortunately.
Yeah, he would have had a good finish there, I believe. At least top 5. But sometimes the internet and everything doesn't agree with us.
Yeah, my driving skills did not agree with me at Spa.
I hate spawning and drive it. I love it in the rain. The only way I can tolerate it, honestly.
Yeah, I was doing well. I was up in the top 5, top 4, and I was going into turn 1. I think it was lap 2. Gave it a little too much. Got the rear end turning around, and Jersey was right on me. It wasn't his fault at all, but he gave me the little love tap that finished her off, and I sat there and I said, what would Rowdy do? And so yeah, hit the old exit button, and that was that.
Yeah, that's what I was watching that live, and I was like, there he goes.
Yep.
I thought I was watching Rowdy for a second. I was like, as soon as you hit the wall, you're like, what am I gonna do?
Okay.
Like,
It wasn't my 210, but still last split.
Joe, you did great. 203.
Hey, sometimes it's about showing up more than anything, man.
That's right.
Right now,
Hey, you're in a race. That's it. Okay, be fine.
You made the top 7 splits. I guarantee you.
Mm-hmm. You will be at the race.
I no doubt we'll have 7 splits for this race.
If we did, though, you would make them.
Oh, I know.
One of them.
Gotta...
Just like all of the rest of us, we're gonna be in a race. We don't know which one. We're gonna be in one of them.
I know is right now I'm in top split. If only 13 people have qualified so far, technically I'm still in top split.
Yes, you are. You're almost on the bubble.
You're like rain delay, rain delay. Gotta rain everything out for the rest of the week. Done with it. Red flag. Until like Friday.
Hey, then Alpha would make it to the finals. With some top split points.
Oh yeah.
Plus whatever points somebody else has given us. I can't remember who that was.
Yeah, when you're in a lower manufacturer and you're hoping that more people don't show up, honestly, because then you're going to be automatically a higher split. So you're just hoping everybody has like a flu and can't make it.
It's just Carl just joined us in the lobby.
What's up, Carl? Long time no see.
Is Carl ready to go? You can work together with KP.
And I may just run the 155 for the race, Shaggy.
Practice it a little bit and just see how the tires do. That's your main thing with it. It's going to be just as fast probably as the 4C overall, but I mean, if the 155 will get up to 140 miles an hour by the time you get to the first corner, you're about the same pace. No, yes, yeah.
What's this, the Honda? Or what are we looking at now? Honda, right?
KP Wilcox is in the NSX.
Yeah, okay.
And then Carl's in the Genesis, of course.
What low-key? What do you want, bud? You can't have the rest of my sandwich. I'm sorry. No. I know. And he's been fed.
Hey, I'm not even there. Hard sandwich. Like, okay.
Tuna salad.
Tuna salad. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's me too. Can't do it. Cannot do it.
Love tuna.
Looking easy.
Carl in his awesome Navy Seabees livery. And I believe Carl's on controller again. He was saying the other day his arm was hurting and I don't think he's using his wheel.
I'm assuming that's the CB that I know of for Mississippi. Because I know Carl's in Mississippi on the coast. So I'm almost certain I know exactly where those guys are. Guys and gals, rather.
Did you start qualifying yet? I didn't even pay attention.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I had to check. I wasn't sure. It's like, well, I think it's qualifying, so we'll go with that. Just run a 10-minute clock. Good enough.
Yeah, I've been in your lobbies a couple times to qualify and ran a really good lap and thought, oh yeah, that's great, and then realized, oh, you're just letting me practice. We haven't started that yet. And then, you know, the next in the qualifying laps, I'm half second behind, so that's just the way it is.
It happens. Yeah, I gotta make sure everybody's, ready. I don't want anybody to start or be in, the lobby and not be quite up to pace and I give a couple of laps to get people warmed up, but not to have like a 30 or 40 minute session of just practicing. We got things to do.
All right, Mr.
I had an
Will
instance over the
Cox.
weekend.
Oh, go ahead, bud.
I was gonna say I had an incident over the weekend where I was practicing qualifying, and my second hot lap was the fastest I had run in all of my practice sessions. It was like second faster than anything that I've run before. And then for the 2 hours of practice leading up to the qualifying event, including the qualifying itself, didn't get anywhere near it.
Oh,
It's like Le Mans. Like I think we had for season 1, we were there in Group 3 cars, and I ran my fastest lap the entire weekend in qualifying.
All that data there, C-dubs, on those replay options there.
I never touched that again.
I was just checking to see how you were.
Or maybe not.
I'm sorry, Joe. What did you say? I was busy. My wife just texted me that she got me food, and so my mind was elsewhere there for a second.
Got it.
I do that all the time. Ooh, food.
Oh, yeah, it's a circle.
Food.
Just put it in my mouth. Ready to go.
Yeah, she said it's up here on the table. I said, would you please bring it down?
We got an hour and 15 minutes left of broadcasting.
Yes. I have a cold Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Oh no. Can't be having a cold one.
No.
It's the wrong cold one.
All right, Mr. Wilcox,
Had Chick-fil-A
first lap,
yesterday.
159.8, and Carl's at 202.
Now, you got to Sunday, and why is it always
I'm out of top
Sunday
split.
when you want Chick-fil-A and you can't have Chick-fil-A because it's Sunday, and then you're like, why? You can just have like a little bit. Do what?
And let you at the Atlanta airport.
Really?
Oh, it's always open?
That's the only place in the world that Chick-fil-A is open on Sundays.
Ooh. I hope I don't ever find myself over there for any wrong reasons, but if I am ever there,
Yeah.
if I'm just passing through and it's a Sunday, I'm like, oh, we gotta go through Atlanta. Said no one ever. Like, why would you? You usually try the best to drive around Atlanta.
Yeah, Wesley, that's what we call it. He said it's the Lord's chicken. We call it God's chicken.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'll just call it chicken.
Actually,
I
like,
actually had
no, I actually like Chick-fil-A's breakfast sausage, egg, and cheese muffin better than I do the chicken sandwich.
I'm a fan of the Sonic breakfast burrito.
yeah, I go to McDonald's for like a McMuffin or something, or a McGriddle, or a sausage biscuit, or just give me all of them. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm partial to the Sonic, the supersonic breakfast burrito.
I've not had Sonic's breakfast. I love their lunch, but not had their breakfast. All right, that's our fastest solo runner so far, 159.557.
That's the good thing about Sonic, because you can get breakfast all day.
That is true. I have a Denny's like right outside my door. There's like a fence, and then there's a Denny's from the
They
apartment
still do
complex.
Does Denny still do the 2, 4, 6, 8 thing?
You know, I don't know. I haven't had Denny's for some time. I guess that's kind of on my to-do list to see.
That sounds like a dream though. Like stay home, get drunk, and then walk over to Denny's for a meal.
You can walk
Hell
right
yeah.
to it. There's literally a gate. You can walk out the gate and then turn the corner. Denny's. It's right there. I'm like in this little hub in my city. So across from the highway, there's the H-E-B, Kroger, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, you name it, it's right there.
Anybody got a Waffle House next to them? There'd be some content for the channel.
It's a little further down, but there is a Waffle House along this this road.
There you go, Shaggy. There's
Yeah.
your content for your channel.
Right, but I have
Waffle
to find
House
that
fights.
Well, it's funny because there's a chicken buffet right across from it. I'm like, oh, that's a recipe for awesomeness.
You know,
3
sadly,
in the morning.
We don't have a Dave's Hot Chicken around here. T-Rex arms.
we don't even have a Waffle House here. We got every other restaurant under the sun. Ah, here comes my daughter with my grub. Thank you, love.
We don't have a Waffle House here either, Dubs.
I think
The
the
last
nearest one to
time-
me is like an hour and a half away.
The last time I went to a Waffle House, like literally 2 in the morning, the thing you see, somebody had just ran into the side of it. They didn't hit it, there was like a pole in the way. But I think they were intoxicated a little too much. And that or they were going through some stuff. I don't know the details, but it was kind of sad because like the person wasn't in trouble, but he was so worried. But I don't know, it was craziness because I was trying to get the details from like one of the patrons of the place. So I try to avoid being at it at 3 o'clock in the morning if I can.
He went in and got some good greasy food and sobered right up. He was good to go.
I think so.
Pardon me if I don't say anything for a few minutes. You know what I'm doing.
Up in his face.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice of her to bring it down for you, though.
Yep, she sent the daughter. I didn't even get my lemonade. It's still upstairs.
AP is up. What was that? 4 tenths almost. Running solo.
Yeah, I've definitely been bumped out of split 1. I'm split 2 now.
Yeah, you saw all the other guys that just came in. You're like, ah, well, it was fun while it lasted. I think it's
Well,
always
just
right now.
these 2 guys, one put me on the bubble, and Carl put me on the bubble, and the other one bumped me out.
Right.
Because there's only
Well,
14
it's kinda
drivers
rough.
per split. And I was the
And
13th driver.
there's a
Wow.
58
Unbelievable.
solo.
That's impressive.
Right. Did everything he could do right on that one.
I don't think Carl thought he was going to improve that one. Great job, guys.
This will work.
158. Again.
Oh. But he just proved it. You don't necessarily need to slip in order to have a very good time.
I don't think the slip's going to be that handy for the race.
Honestly, you'll want to try to break the slip in the race
Yeah.
in order to get it with people because it's gonna stay bunched up for a little bit. But if you have a couple people and they're battling long enough, they're gonna spread out, and then you're gonna have a couple of them that are gonna be, well, probably saying hello to each other for most of the race. Okay, everyone, you can use the soft tires. All tires are available. You can use the soft tires for qualifying.
Oh, Racer 51 and the Mazda's in here. Pablo Chacon. And the Lambo.
Yeah, I almost forgot that the Mazda 3 was a very good top-end Group 4 car. I do expect a good lap. Just on the top end itself. All right, we are go.
So I think there's a real opportunity here. I don't know much about Pablo, but I know that Fast Cougar and Racer 51 are definitely fast drivers. If they work together here, we might see another 158.
Right. And Huracan has been good in recent times for Group 4. It's also good in Group 3. First top end goes, so it should be, even done solo, we can still be competitive.
Fast Cougar's like, come on, Racer, look back here.
Glad my livery made you hungry, by the way.
Yeah, I was already there, and then you mentioned food, and then your livery had food, and it was getting bad.
I figured with that color scheme, Sweet Tarts was the best solution for that.
Was that the
Because
one
it
you
kind
were
of
just,
reminded.
is that what you were just working
Yep.
on? Okay. Okay.
Yep. And I wish I could have found a better Smarties decal, but the only other one didn't look good.
I think all these guys are missing a big opportunity here unless they just absolutely wanted to run solo.
I should have did Lappy Taffy instead of Smarties. Now I, duh.
I mean,
Almost
AB
did
showed
Mamba.
we can done solo.
Almost did Mambas too. I was trying to think of candies that were that color.
Oh.
What do you want, Loki? Do you want some of my marijuana? You can't have any. It's not good for dogs. Yeah.
Hey, you done been out. Go. go.
Slow it down, punk.
Let's see what racer gets here on his first lap. Okay,
$1.59.
not bad.
And there's $1.59. Probably should be looking to improve on this next lap. Had a little trouble on the other lap. Penalty and everything.
I can hear Fast Cougar from here. Just slow off a little bit. Let me catch you. Let's do this.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You can see him, but it's like, why are you not slowing down?
He's going to be about in the right perfect spot to catch that slip, too. When he catches him.
He's currently running just a touch behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just out of range.
One's up to six 100s. Oh, that was smooth. Wow, 159.3 out of racer 51.
Very good. Mazda 3 is quick.
Yep, Cougar fell off just a little bit. Looks like he lost about, what, 6/10?
Yeah, he had a couple little slip-ups during that last lap.
And Pablo Chacon did improve. Yep.
Cougar's probably a little like, please slow down.
No doubt.
51, please. So close.
I mean, it would almost be worth wasting a lap in the pits just to pop out behind him.
Right. Time it right. Hardware is definitely interesting between the two cars, because I expected that Monza 3 to not be good to the fronts, but what I didn't anticipate was how much the tire wear would be on the rears for the McLaren.
Wearing really even, it looks like.
Yeah, the MRs like to wear even. I just didn't expect it to be that even. I guess this is the comparison. I figured the Mazda would be worse overall, you know, fronts and rears, but it's barely touching the rears. The fronts don't look too well though.
Good Lord, he's up 2.5 tenths. Wow. I don't want to say it and be the commentator's curse, but he's on pace to, yeah, I won't say it. Never mind.
Yeah. No. Just think
Commentator's curse only exists with. And as long as Toon isn't talking about you, you're fine.
Oh, he did it.
Once
He did it.
Yeah. Once Toon mentions your name, your race is over.
like Cougar improves as well.
Yeah, he did.
Just kidding, Toon. I love you, brother. Because I know he'll go back and watch the replay.
All right, so he jumped into the pits, didn't have time for another lap here, right? Like, what's the countdown?
I believe it's 2 minutes. Yeah, he's not going to be able to make another lap. Because it's going to end as soon as he, crosses the finish line anyways.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what was KP Wilcox? What was his time, Shaggy?
Wow. 158.975.
Okay, so
So 51 is currently P1.
nice job, Rachel 51. Or however you say that in French.
Down like 7th. Like I'm like 6th or 7th right now.
What am I, like P16, 17, 18 by now?
I'm still predicting cutoff for top split being a mid 59, like a 0.5 or so. Might see you through. It's gonna be a good one. Just depends on how many people we have show up though.
I don't know. Once word gets out that Jorge's not racing, everybody's going to try to get on that
We
glory.
got a chance.
What?
Jorge's P1. He's P1 overall.
Jorge's gonna race. He's just
Of course he is.
tricking y'all. He's gonna show up 5 minutes on Wednesday at 9:55
Yep.
and throw down his qualifying lap.
Bank said 59-1.
And he'll throw down a 158.5.
Probably. I don't know. You have to really pull some juice out of that BMW. It is. I mean, it's bad for anybody else. I know it's bad for Jorge. He has to like figure stuff out just to make it at least competitive. But yeah, he is right. He hasn't won a Group 4 race yet with that thing.
Yeah, and we don't want that to start this week. No offense, Jorge.
I think the best chance he has if he doesn't get it here would be at Brands. Brands is a little more of an equalizer overall.
They go for it, Jorge. You're not racing on my split. I don't care.
I'll be honest, I don't have any good tracks after this. Like even Monza, I'm not like, I don't feel super confident at, but like the rest of the tracks for the regular season, they are not my favorites.
I'm skipping Bathurst.
Or like Bath, Hurts.
That's the weekend I'm going to be sitting out.
I'm in.
When we created this schedule, it was well, this is the democracy, so I didn't go all dictatorship. That's next season. So everybody got a fair say in this. Next season, none of y'all get to say all what I want. But until then, everybody got some random tracks or whatever. It was a head-to-head. So some of the tracks that weren't picked were like a topless. Nobody wanted that. I'm like, I don't even know what I put it up against, but they didn't want it. And a couple other tracks, I kind of manipulated it a little bit to where Big Willow would be on the schedule, but that's the only one. All the other tracks were pretty much what the people wanted. I did that so Papa would have Big Willow on the schedule. Because he's
Should do St. Croix next season, Shaggy.
We'll see. Usually the tracks that most people don't really care for are...
And Alsace, or Alsace.
Yeah, I'll do those for like an exhibition or something. But for the season, it'll be more, I guess, like fan favorites kind of thing. I'll bring back some of the tracks that we use from this season. You know, the better ones, I'll let people vote on them or whatever. But yeah, everything is voted on. So if you don't like a track, it's because a bunch of other people liked it, and you can go blame them. Like this one, and Brands, and
Doesn't matter to me.
There's
I'm crappy on all of
them.
Yeah,
Some people like pain.
I loved Spa, not to beat this dead horse, but the monsoon you threw in, right? I mean, you know, we could have done with a sprinkle.
The thing is, I try to put a sprinkle, but I can't guarantee that it'll be a sprinkle at a certain time. Like, it has to be a 7 to be a guaranteed, like, rain shower. I could put it at 6, and you might not get rain at all.
Hey,
Weird how that works.
Yeah, and then you don't know.
Yeah.
That's the equalizer.
You can't prepare for it. Yeah, I could do those, but the thing about it is I wanted to make it sort of equal for all the splits. Now, for like a race down the line when it's a one-off and it comes out random, then it's random. You kind of just prepare for when it may or may not happen. But for the splits, I try to make them all even for the different drivers, the time and everything, so they can predict the rain all at the same time. So when they're practicing in their own lobby, which is under the same settings that you can predict it easier, they have a better idea what's going on instead of it being random and, you know, costing them the entire race because they pit thinking it was going to rain more and it didn't. Jorge knows about that. He'll tell you from other leagues. Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying
We got an empty lobby. Let's go.
Yeah, Jorge, jump in here. He said he thinks the M4's got good top end. That's all you need, Jorge. I mean, you know, let's go. Jump in.
The M4's got good top end.
Unless they forgot to put the Brembo brakes on the M4. Got some dollar store ones or something going on. It's like, oh, it goes really fast, but it does not stop. It's like that freaking what's that car they got, that Ferrari at the new time trial at Interlagos? That thing does not stop.
Haven't done any time trials this week.
I think C-Dubs ought to jump in his
Or
trips around the track while we got this dead time.
He's still got a little ways to go. You can come in here. It's fine. Need a designated driver?
So the problem with that, see, is I'm a VR guy, and then when I go into VR, you know, I can't see anything else that's going on. So
then just do it on your controller.
Fine.
You're not qualifying. You're just driving around the track.
There you go.
And this will be my accidental best time of any of it.
Ever.
Probably not. Probably not. Oh, I don't have my wheel on. Okay, let's see. Let's get this all.
Like I said, just use your controller.
No way. No can do.
Shaggy does it.
I do.
Drives with a controller.
That's his jam. That's his comfort spot.
Oh yeah.
What was it that didn't we have a driver in a series Shaggy? Sensors in their control?
Do what?
Didn't we have a driver in one of the series that me and you associated with? I think it was NRL. Didn't we have their controller?
I think you're like breaking out. Like every third word I don't hear.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
I think so.
Wasn't there a driver in the NRL that drove with the motion sensors?
Yeah, Sophia?
Sophia, was it? I thought it was, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think there was somebody else that did as well. Was it
That had to be
Sneaky?
tough.
I think Sneaky said he did it as well. I don't know if he was good at it, but
Yeah,
he
that
said
had
he
to be
tried
tough.
it. Yeah.
Especially if you're driving manual and shifting while you're doing that.
Right. I mean, I guess if you're used to it, it's probably easier with the manual because you I don't know. You got to figure out like as a paddle shifter.
I suppose.
I'd have some kind of like little apparatus on it to connect to the controller to just like use like a paddle shifter. Extra button.
So to continue to make excuses like I do, I don't have my gloves on. I cannot hear my car, so I'm solely depending on my tachometer.
Now, I did think it would be kind of funny if I allowed people to use the Bugatti. You just couldn't run a Group 3 race. But you could only run Group 4, so you'd only be able to show up half the season anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't have a Group 3. That makes no sense. Yet they have two Citroens that aren't even real cars to fill out an
Almost
entire...
was a Group 3 Bugatti and GT Sport. They were going to base it off of the VGT like they did for the Group 1 model.
It'll be like the Chiron or whatever. And they got that Sport. That's something else. I was looking at that today. Weird. Gloves are, oh yeah, well, of course. I don't wear gloves. I have to be able to feel the buttons. It doesn't work too well with a controller with gloves.
See, Deb, all you got to do is beat a 205.
You know, I may or may not. I mean, Shaggy, my hands get really sweaty if I don't wear gloves. That's my problem.
Because I don't wear gloves and I'm driving on a
Well, I don't expect you to. I understand that when you're using the wheel with the gloves. I just on the controller. I don't know. It just doesn't.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it will work.
Keep forgetting. And my gloves are the cheapest little $6 Troy Lee designs from Amazon. I'm on about my 4th pair of them in the last year. I'm just refusing to spend $50 or $60 on gloves like some of these guys do, but
Here ya.
You'll find you a right hand and a left hand golf glove. They really aren't that much.
Only $20 a piece.
Yeah, you find them in a pair. Bad thing is it'd be both right or both left.
Yeah, because the word pair doesn't specify. It just means two.
Yeah. I haven't bought golf clubs in forever. I haven't played golf in forever.
Better yet, you can go find yourself a cheap set of batting gloves.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking with, like, it would have to be fingerless gloves because I have to be able to feel every little thing. It's a lot of, you know, little micro
And you
management.
get some weightlifting gloves.
Yeah,
Those
Very
are
true.
fingerless.
like it keeps your hands from being sweaty, but at least you can use your fingers to do all the other stuff.
Yep.
I was gonna say get them and then like don't cut the fingers off, just cut out where the fingers come out. so it's just like where your fingerprint would be. So
Have
you can touch-
fingertipless gloves.
Yeah. All the comfort of a glove, but the touch of your fingers.
might have been a pin. Got lucky.
You can get nothing but pens.
Yeah, that Veyron looks so stiff trying to make a turn. Like, yeah, it's fast, but you can't turn that brick. His gloves. Got some of those. Yes, I do. Like,
Yeah, see, you already beat my time.
Whee!
Made you look over at your time, didn't I?
I did, yeah. Thank you.
And you still beat my time, even with me distracting you.
Yeah, it doesn't count though. Got a pin on that lap.
Good, are you going to qualify Wednesday, C-Dubs?
No, I'm gonna qualify tomorrow. You mean some point?
Tomorrow.
I
So
mean,
Wednesday.
unless I run like a
Or is
159.5 on accident.
Well, it still won't count because you're not qualifying.
Well, I'll send Shaggy that subway card that Jorge didn't, and then
I'm all for that. Why am I getting a subway card this time?
For taking his 159.5 without him qualifying.
oh yeah, if I don't even have to get it, I love it. I'm in.
Like that 155 I did. Wink, wink.
You got to prove that you can run it first before we just give it to you.
Well, it ain't gonna be this lap. I guarantee you that. Oh wow, back-to-back pins.
Finish one and get another one.
Nice.
We're not going to run those concurrently. We're going to run them consecutively.
It's about a half hour for anybody wanting to qualify who may want to qualify and brave the loneliness that is qualifying right now. By yourself, anyways. Unless you're in a really fast car, then you kind of just, press go.
How many laps is this race, Shaggy?
20 laps.
20
You're
laps?
looking at,
About
yeah, you're looking
45
at-
minutes?
yeah, 40-minute plus race,
Yeah,
10-minute qualifying.
about an hour
Get an hour, yeah. Like it's gonna
when it's all said and done.
Yeah, it's gonna feel short, but it's also gonna be kind of long.
Tussin saw you catching him, and he said, "Screw that, I'm out."
He said, let me just get on down the road.
He said, "You're not getting no draft off me."
You're right, Jorge. I wear a bulletproof vest while I'm driving around. Gotta be safe out there.
Oh, little hot, little hot. All right, next lap. Surely I can pull a 159.
$157 or bust.
Actually, I'm gonna do. Tussin said go to the outside, use all the track, get the speed.
To set up for your next one.
I don't think I did it very good, but
I did the same thing when it came out on my outlap on the softs to start my flyers.
I mean, that's how the pros do it.
went a little deep.
But I don't think the pros drive through that green, do they? Like we do?
No, they don't go quite that wide.
Yeah. I'm talking about on the inside too. That green after the pit lane. They don't drive through that either.
No, I think they get penalized. I'm specifically referring to F1, but yeah, they usually get penalized if they abuse track limits like that.
Well, I know in F1 going around that corner, very little of that right side is touching that.
Any more CBR drivers coming in with dirt? Certainly not going to have a solo CBR driver.
Oh, and another pin. And another one.
Earlier I made him disappear. He was here and now he's not.
I really wish I understood why there's a delay in serving the pen. Like, if I haven't reached the penalty line, let me serve the pen when I cross the penalty line.
Instead of waiting until the next lap.
At that point, you just wasted my time.
Yeah.
I really wish you could just serve a penalty in the pits. Like,
That would be
real
good too.
Like, wouldn't that make more sense? You want to get realism, PD? That's what you do.
Or give us a drive-through penalty.
Well, that too. But I'd prefer to do it when you need to normally make a pit, and you can just like, be like, hey, I'm gonna do it right now, and then it just like tacks it off.
Can we see my baseball?
No, I have not seen your baseball.
Well, I did answer your question. There are more CBR drivers. Bobagito is currently in here.
Oh, let me get out.
Yeah.
Bobagito said, hold my beer. I'm gonna jump on in here and show these boys.
Did you hear that, Shaggy? C-Dub says he's
Do what?
C-Dub is going to qualify. He's warmed up now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Negatory.
Oh, that's right. He needs a couple more beers before he's ready.
I'm just reading back through the comments now. And Jorge with the cheap headband jab. Thank you, sir.
Well, how many subscribers you got now?
You know, I don't know. It's a good question.
I mean, I do the math here.
Gotta carry the one. Looks like 35. We're getting close to that giveaway.
There you go.
There's a giveaway.
Yeah, what was it again? It was the Subway gift card. The same way Jorge does
There
it.
we go. Right.
He's regifting the Jorge gift card.
Yeah.
When he gets it, you'll get yours.
I'll re-gift. No, I'm not re-gifting it. I'm just going to use it. But yeah, if I got one, which I didn't get one, so I can't re-gift it something I haven't got yet. Jorge, you're slacking. But yeah. Cause there's a Subway like right across the street from me. I could walk to that too.
You got a Subway right across the street, a Denny's,
Yeah. Yeah.
and let me guess,
Great.
on the corner is a gas station?
Yeah, it's inside of a, I believe it's a Chevron.
Liquor store.
What?
'Cause it
it's
is
actually got all
Texas.
of them. It's got all of it. It's not a liquor store per se. I mean, there's beer, but I don't think they sell hard liquor though. Not that one, anyways.
I know in Austin, on every corner, there's either one thing, a food truck, an ammo store, a liquor store, or a pawn shop.
All right, see those ready to back out? Bubba
Oh,
G
I
just
thought I
said he's
did.
ready.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
that's okay.
That's what I was doing a while ago. I forgot to do it, but
Bubba G said, "F it, I'll do it
look,
myself."
I got all the way out. Let's try that again.
Technical
We hit the
difficulties.
back button.
Gotta wait on qualifying now.
Goodness.
We knew something was gonna go wrong.
These rookie broadcasters.
That's
No,
why they
there's a lot
only.
of places that have a Denny's and a Subway.
That's why they only let us do qualifying. C-Dub.
That's right. It's very smartly.
It doesn't matter if we screw up on qualifying. We can't have these situations on race day. No way.
But if anybody does give me a visit, please bring a sandwich. That's all I ask. Be nice right now.
A ham salad sandwich.
Well, not ham salad, but like ham and cheddar, ham and American,
Bring them a pimento and cheese sandwich.
all that good stuff.
Or
Double
fried
General?
spam sandwich.
I'll take all of the above.
Hey, you can turn spam into some good stuff if you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, you could fry the crap out of that stuff. There's a lot you can do with it. Ain't no shame there. Stuff's pretty good. I mean, don't ask where it come from, but it's pretty good. It can be.
Look at Boba Gito
From the same place that make Vienna sausage.
burning fuel and wearing tires down, or getting tires warm.
Ding dongs.
I'm calling a 159.1. 158.9 to one. I'm giving myself a 3-second range.
I do expect good things though, because he is the best driver in the Genesis so far this season. So why not? 58.9 something can be done.
There's the setup. Surprised that he went down to first gear and held first gear that long in that first chicane.
I feel like it does help. Then again, I don't know quite know the gearing for these, but I know the Genesis is pretty quick with it. Surprising acceleration.
For the brief amount of time I drove it, like the first gear felt like it was too low to exit because it gave me like just a tiny bit of wheel spin and it caused like a little bit of understeer exiting the corner.
You prefer second?
For that particular car, yeah, I would probably do second. But I'm in Dodge, so I don't have that problem.
Yeah, driving the Genesis, I definitely take second out of there. But you know, I'm not here to question Mr. Bobagito here. He obviously knows what he's doing.
Maybe it's a rotation thing.
It could. Well, I would say that, except that he accelerated out of the chicane in first, already on the rev limiter. So he either knows something I don't, or this is his actual practice, his first couple laps of qualifying. Not sure.
Right. Yeah, he did take the lower line, so I mean that shortens the track.
Nice first lap.
Good first lap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Hard
going to
fun,
second
slider.
this race.
All right, let's see if he takes the same approach here in first gear.
Yep.
First all the way through, second exit.
Yeah, that time he switched into second, coming out of the turn versus holding it.
Yeah, that's what I thought he did to begin with. I wasn't paying attention. Y'all said he was in first. I was thinking he was like in first for that exit. But I do understand the first in the beginning of it. I run automatic, but I still pay attention to what the gearing's doing. And half the time it's not what I want it, what I try to manage.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
He definitely got through that second section cleaner.
I think he got a little too hard on the apex there. I think he went a little further out. He would have had a better exit. But I still think it's an improvement. Yep. See, on this one, maybe he takes a little wider line. Not much, just enough to get off the apex a little bit. A little bit.
It's funny, I said 159 and he hit 159, or I said 159.1 and he hit it exactly. Of course, I did give myself a, 3/10 range there, but yeah.
But each time he takes a lap, see, still first. Second a little earlier that time. Hopefully that fuel, the lower fuel, is going to help more and more, and the tire wear is not going to hurt.
Oh, wow.
He's going for that pole position.
Definitely. I mean, it's there.
Yep.
He's in the best car for it. That was much better that time.
He's like, screw it. If Jorge don't want it, I'll take it.
He's going to be up 4.5 tenths.
3.97. 0.397.
4.5 tenths. Well, actually more. It's like just better and better and better. Because it's like the first couple laps you're kind of holding back to kind of feel out what you can do, and then you kind of stretch it a little further each time. Get on the gas a little quicker each time. I think he got that better too. At least he was on the gas quicker.
Is he going to hit a 58.6?
697.
Oh, wow.
And that's
Yeah.
pole.
Now he's going to secure it.
Jorge, you have your goal now. If you want to, Jorge, you can just sit at the final turn and then like be going just a little bit, and I can come qualify with you, and I'll just smack the crap out of your car. That way you get a nice little boost over the line.
Lost a little bit there on the old sausage curb.
I think the tires are a little too much. with his final turn, since he's down a little bit, I'd send it to hell in that final turn.
But he just came through that last section a little cleaner than he did on the last lap. I don't know if it was enough to make up that 10th, but
Like this, I would probably accelerate a lot earlier than you have been, just to kind of see how far you can let that car slide to the left. Okay, well, didn't go quite as far as I thought he would. Almost, though.
Almost approved.
Yeah.
great job, Obagito. Smoking time.
Technically, he run, what was it, 2 laps better than anybody else by himself.
Thank you, Mr. J. Lums. Appreciate the like.
He don't need a toe. He is the toe.
Yeah, I'm accepting my fate for this race.
Like, second split ain't looking too bad now. And you're like, it's still gonna be fast.
Like I said earlier, like with the time that I set, that's a 10th faster than what I set my goal for. So if it ends up being
Right.
top split, then cool. If not, it was meant to be.
Right.
Yeah, it's
sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
Jersey, I know if you're still there, qualifying tomorrow, so you got to join me tomorrow. He didn't come out tonight. No, he didn't. Nuh-uh. Let's see. Is anybody in the lobby?
No, there's nobody else right now.
Nope. Shaggy, you might as well, jump in there and hit a lap or two.
Oh no, I'm good.
See what that Ferrari can do, buddy.
When
No,
Shaggy
it ain't
skips a
doing-
week, he skips everything.
I'll push you on my
No.
Bugatti. It's at like a 57 too.
That Ferrari feels so slow. I'm sorry. It's bad. I've not liked the Group 4 Ferrari in these races at all. Like, it was only manageable, and I don't even know how I got into that one race for Interlagos. It was okay for Yamagiwa when you're up front. That's about it. Yeah, not the biggest fan of it right now, especially since they did whatever to the entirety of Group 4, and none of them really feel good anymore. Except for the Genesis. It's the only one that still has any kind of a speed, and even it still is slower.
Well, I think I'm going to step out for the evening, John.
Right on, Joe. Have a good night, brother.
Thank you.
Hey,
I hope
Jeff.
you all have a nice evening as well, and see y'all tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jersey, you want to hop in here? You got enough time to knock one good session out? That would pretty much put it into the night. And KW.
You got somebody come in?
Always coming in late. Yeah, KW. Probably just wait for him because Jersey's about to hop in as well. Well, at least he said he will. So they can help each other out if they want.
I know some people don't like that big old camera in the middle. I love that camera.
I think K-Dub got a little help from Tussle Box with Dodge. Get you some points. See if y'all can get up there and do a little something. And there's Jersey.
Yeah, these guys are hanging in the pits. I think they're saying, hey, let's get this going.
Oh, that's ready. Okay, we got one. Somebody said ready. You guys, Jersey's ready. There we go. All right, guys, y'all will probably be the last session for tonight. Because I'm gonna back out of here real quick after it's done. Kind of make it the last one if it's after time.
You have the power, Shaggy. It's the red X.
Right. That is true. This will be the 20th and 21st qualifiers for tonight.
It's a pretty good
So
showing.
not a bad. Yeah, for the first night, and then you have 40 tomorrow. Usually that works.
Yep.
But a lot of the big hitters showed up tonight. Still some more tomorrow. No Jorge and his meta BMW.
I'd be willing to bet his Subway gift card on him showing up.
I think he's like, yep, Bubba Gio's got it. I'm good. But it should be a good, good all-around fight anyways, because he's going to have a number of CBR drivers. So there will be some teamwork, I'm sure. But KP will probably give him a little show.
Jersey said, after you, Mr. K-Dub.
Such a gentleman. That's the same as like holding the door for somebody.
I think so.
Go ahead. It's like, I'm gonna hold the door for you. Don't mind me while I tie a rope to your car and just follow behind.
Yeah, the Group 4 Super used to have a good top end. Is that not the case anymore? I mean, as compared to the whole...
They nerfed it before, and then they made everything slower. So, I don't think it is. But who knows? It's Jersey after all. He's no slouch.
That's right.
He'll make it go fast. Though we did have to check up a little bit.
That's why I didn't want to try to do a slipstream train, because you can end up getting stuck behind someone around the corners. If not quick
Yeah.
enough.
it's not always the person in front's fault. It's just a slip. It's pretty powerful. I think you want to slip, but at the same time, it's more beneficial if Jersey was in front, because I'm certain he's a little faster, but that's just how it is. Oh no.
There's always next lap, K-Dub.
Yeah. Dodge is a little banged up. Be alright. Buff out.
That'll buff out.
Just gotta count to like 20. But Jersey, you're on your own.
Hey, Jersey, the Ethernet cable's the one on the back of your PS5. Looks like a phone cord. I would all but guarantee he'll improve that time.
Oh yeah. So do you have a pulse? Yes, you'll improve that time.
Yes.
I think Jersey was making him a little nervous. Also, you know, the thought that you're probably holding up Jersey, not trying to, but it just kind of gets stuck in your head when somebody's behind you and maybe they're faster and you're like, I don't want to be an inconvenience to them, but, you know, I want to run my own lap as well.
You know, I'm terrible about that. I get the shakes real bad if somebody's up on me. If I'm in the lead, somebody gets on me,
Yeah.
all you got to do is sit there and wait for me to make a mistake because my nerves, you know, they didn't got me. Oh, Jersey. So does he get that lap? He got a penalty on that lap.
It probably doesn't show in the lobby, but that should come up as a red light because it still shows his fastest lap as a 2:01.2.
Yeah, that's a penalty lap, so it doesn't count. It's still a 2:01.217.
Okay. Yeah, so back to your point, Tism, that does stink. You know, you get the penalty right before you hit the penalty line. So he's burnt 2 laps here.
Yeah, that place, that corner sucks. I really wish you could just automatically serve it no matter where you got it from, but what's even worse is when you do something like that and you get a penalty right before the one at Nürburgring. Before the straight.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't serve it, but you just did 8 minutes of nothing.
Yeah, that's
I don't
terrible.
remember what track it was. I think it was like the Barcelona short version. The penalty line is actually after the start-finish line. So you could potentially get a penalty on one lap. Since you're still carrying the penalty, the second lap won't count, even though it was clean and you didn't serve the penalty. It just has the penalty over your head. And then you'll serve the penalty on the third lap. Those 3 laps where you won't get a lap that counts.
Oh, dang. Yeah, there's little short tracks. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all. I don't like that track anyway. Is it the Barcelona like rally track, or is it the national layout, the short one?
The national layout, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Holy crap! That place sucks in the wrong car.
All right, Jersey, let's get down to the 2-minute line here. Is this last lap or got one more?
This will be both of their last laps. Yeah, there's a minute left. Jersey's 48 seconds in. Yeah, they won't be able to do another one. So you really only get 4 good hot laps.
Hang on. Hey, there we go. Two minutes, 0.5. Oh, nice.
0.4, even better. MK does can improve. Why?
Not quite.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, 21:59. Seems awfully close to 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that is it for tonight. Qualifying. I gotta go write these down for everybody to see, and then I gotta get ready for bed.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, guys. Well, good hanging out with everybody. Hopefully I did okay on my first situation here, and stick around if you got time. Listen to a couple new jams we did, one specifically for qualifying. That's about it. I appreciate everybody popping in. If you're still in the chat, make sure you like and subscribe. Get me up to my my new 50 subscriber goal for that Jorge Subway gift card. And that's all I got. Anybody got anything before we wrap it up?
Yeah, thanks everyone, for coming out. We got 21 drivers qualifying tonight. It's a good turnout for the first night of qualifying of round 6, and expecting many more tomorrow, assuming they haven't been scared away by Monza. But I do appreciate it, and glad to be hanging out with y'all and having a little fun here and there.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
Good way to spend a Tuesday night.
That's right. Finally got my chicken sandwich, so I didn't have to wrap up starving.
That's a good thing. I hate that.
All right, appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody in the chat, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, see you guys.
World Series qualifying, going for the gold. When the ring riding with the champions, going hard, going long, until the lights come on.
Gran Turismo, hop in the car, let's go. Burning rubber, smoke the tires in the track mode.
Welcome to the race. Get ready, start your engines, get up out the way. We about to set the pace. Qualifying, let's get it on. Riding with the champions, going hard, going long, until the lights come on. Until the lights come on. Until the lights come on.
Papa's in the house, he's got the wheel in hand, building up the team. He's the man with the plan. Shaggy's got